Hello, and I do know that some of you like funny things. So, before today's Bible story, I thought this grandpa should share a funny thing. Actually, it's a funny riddle. You already know the answer to the question, why did the chicken cross the road to get on the other side? But this chicken riddle is a little harder to figure out. Here it is. Why did the chicken cross the road, roll over in the mud, and then cross back over the road? He did it because he was a dirty double crosser. That you are not and never will be, but I just thought it was a funny riddle that maybe you could share with some of your funny acting friends. And now, are you ready for the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Some people say, shake the bed, make the bed, and in the bed you go, to help remember their funny sounding names. But what happened to these godly men, however, was not funny. They were thrown into a fiery burning furnace by the evil King Nebuchadnezzar. Why? It was because they refused to bow down and worship the golden image the king had made. Everyone else obeyed the king and worshipped the image, but Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refused to do so. Why? It was because they believed in God, and they believed in keeping God's commandments. I'm sure you've heard about God's 10 commandments, and the first commandment says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." The second commandment says, "Thou shalt not make unto thee no graven image." If we had to choose between obeying a wicked king or obeying God, I hope we would obey God just as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego did. The king even gave them a second chance, but they still refused to worship his image. He became very angry and commanded that all 3 men be thrown into the fiery burning furnace. End of story. Right? No. And here's the best part of the story. God performed a miracle and would not allow the fire to harm them. When Nebuchadnezzar looked into the huge furnace, he saw more than just 3 men. He said, "I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the 4th is like the Son of God." Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had been on God's side, and now God was on their side. Do you believe it was Jesus that walked with them in the fire and kept them safe? Is there anything too hard for God? The story tomorrow is about Daniel and the lion's den. Please do not miss it. I will look forward as usual to seeing you